Hello, friends. Good evening. Today's topic is very interesting and very useful. The most important soil amendment no one ever talks about is rock dust. Rock dust is a very popular soil additive, especially with organic and permaculture groups. It is full of nutrients, and adding it the soil will replenish all of the nutrients that agriculture has taken out of our soil. The process of adding nutrients back to soil is known as mineralization. This seems to make a lot of sense. We remove food from the land and the food contains lots of minerals. At same point we need to put them back into the soil, or else we will have soil that won't grow anything. But first, we know about what is rock dust. The simple definition is that rock dust, also known as rock powder and rock flow, is pulverized rock. It can be man made or occur naturally. Cutting granite for commercial use produces granite dust. Glaciers naturally produce glacial rock dust. Rock dust is also found near ancient volcanoes and consists of basalt rock. To be effective, the rock needs to be ground into a very fine powder. That way, it is more easily used by microorganisms and decomposed by environmental elements. Two common forms of rock, namely limestone and phosphate rock, have been used for a long time to amend soil. Friends, this is phosphate rock. Easily you can buy from nearby shop. You can use it both way, in a powder manner or in a liquid manner. There is some evidence that rock dust may provide an important source of potassium in regions like Africa that tend to have soils which leach nutrients quickly and where fertilizer costs are very high. Rock dust is used extensively in Brazil and now Amberga. Rock dust are a natural, easy to use soil amendment for this. Using rock dust in your garden is a great way to add trace minerals and micronutrients to your soil. Rock dust is also sometimes called rock floor, rock minerals, rock powder, stone dust, soil remineralizer, and mineral fines. It can be made of any kind of mined rock that is ground to a power. What does rock dust add to my soil? First, adds trace minerals and micronutrients, increase the cation exchange capacity or CEC of your soil, feeds the beneficial microbes that live in your soil. Not all rock dust are alike. How to choose which one to use? All rock dust provide minerals for your soil, but different rocks are made up of different minerals. Getting a complete soil analysis done on your soil can help you determining which type of rock dust is best for your needs. Rock dust cannot burn your plant's roots, so there is no risk of over application. However, applying more than the label's directions indicate will not provide any additional benefit to your soil or plants. The minerals it provides are only needed in small amounts, and there is a natural limit. If we are talking about the benefits of rock dust, use of rock dust has been shown to increase the yields, lower mortality, deter pests, provide fungal protections, suppress weeds, improve crop quality and flavor, and increase breaks. Rock dust is also a great additive to acidic soils as it can help increase soil pH, thus reducing acidity. Acidity in soils Acidity in soils, whether natural or induced by chemical farming tends to lock away nutrients such as calcium and phosphate from plants. Guys, this is my plant and this is almost tend to die, so I use rock dust to make them alive again. It's just an experiment. Let's see. Whether natural or induced by chemical farming tends to lock away nutrients as uh, calcium and phosphate from plants. Superphosphate is very acidifying with triple superphosphate, the worst type, and monosuper, the least bad form. It's better still to supply slow release phosphate in the form of untreated rock phosphate that has been composted. Aluminum is also released when soils are acid and if this gets into our system. Free radical damage can occur in our tissues. Aluminum toxicity is also linked to repetitive strain injury and diseases which are far more prevalent since aluminum cooking pans became popular after the war. Most people apply lime to increase soil pH, but this can cause problems in itself. Demineralization occurs rapidly on intensively farmed and tropical soils. Rock dust can reverse this process, restoring life to the soil by adding a myriad of minerals to feed microorganisms and given enough organic matter helping to rebuild topsoil rapidly. Soil can benefit from the minerals found in rock dust. Only with remineralization, ecosystem obtain the nutrients they need to reproduce, lay down their bodies and make the stable colloidal humus vital for plants, animals and humans to thrive on, as they once did before we demineralized the earth. Urging the recognition that a healthy soil breeds bacteria which can utilize all the atmospheric gases including nitrogen and carbon dioxide, which then helps to stabilize climate changes. I suggest blending different types of rock dust such as granites and river gravel plus added minerals to make up for any deficiency, while commercial enterprises do various rock dust mixes to broaden the spectrum of minerals. This still may not suit for your soil's individual requirements. High iron levels can be a problem in some soils which are often a red color, so a poorly selected basalt rock dust or lava scoria might add excess iron if not applied in careful measure. Iron is needed for photosynthesis, but too much can combine with aluminum to look up phosphate and trace elements in acidic soil types. 10 to 50 parts per million of iron in fertile soils is considered sufficient. Benefits of rock dust. Rock dust is also a great additive to acidic soil as it can help increase soil pH, thus reducing acidity. Acidity in soils, whether natural or induced by chemical farming, tends to by chemical farming. Friends, so this is how we can use superphosphate or rock dust in our garden. I use rock dust in my garden in a month, once in a month. If you like this content or it will be helpful for you, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you, friends. Australia trials which compared rock dust and lime added to soil and the subsequent changes in soil pH over 87 days. Within 24 hours, the soil that had been limited had risen from a low pH 4 to an optimum of pH 7. Such a huge increase in the iron count is very stressful to plants. The pH scale is logarithmic, going going from 1 to 14, the scale being usually 10 to 1014. Such a sharp pH rise meant an increased ion count. Plants can become sick with the shock of this rate of change. After the 87 days, the rock dust soil also ended up with a pH of 7, but it was a very gradual rise.